2023, if genuinely he had won, he would have been the president. Whether we like it or not, whether it's being destroyed, all they say, show you people voted for him, and see what it is. But winning and rigging are two different things. If I tell you, if he's sure, because now I've been speaking all this English, if he's sure for former governor of Lagos, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, say he go fit win election, ensure free, fair, credible election. Remove all that mago, just ensure free, fair, credible election and let the results show for themselves. That's it. Why are they afraid of a free, fair?
Are they afraid?
They are. They're afraid of it. They stand against it. They do everything for it not to happen. Just allow the choices of the people matter. As they're voting, put out the result. Let's have a show. Even if it's today, let's do it today. Call the people out. Let them vote. Put out the screens and everything. Let all of us in Nigeria sit outside. We're saying the number. I think was it South Africa? Which country was doing it? You see the numbers coming in, and let the voting be. And whoever it is that gets it, let it be. So the thing is, you see the people who are afraid. You see the people who constantly do not want for this free, fair, credible election to happen. That's where the problem is. It's not about who wins at the end of the day. It's about what the people's mandate given as it is. We're enabling environment for people to vote peacefully without fear for their lives. 2023, you saw how people were fearing for their lives, people who were killed in the process of voting, people who were hurt in the process of voting, people who were denied from voting. We saw what happened in Lagos gubernatorial election. That is not election. Let us not be focused on, it's not about who is there. It's about this country. We all will die. But Nigeria, by the grace of God, is still going to be here, hopefully for the next 1,000 years. What are we doing to ensure that it gets the best that it can get?
Hello, everyone. Like I said in that video that you just watched just now, there's a difference between rigging and winning. You understand? People cannot rig their way into office and then they are making themselves look as if they want something or they did something. No, you didn't win. You rigged the election. You understand? There are people who work hard to earn things and they build their way. There are people who steal or loot wealth. They are not the same. One was gotten illegitimately while the other one was gotten legitimately. And you cannot put them, together. And this is what I was saying. If he's sure for Tinubu say he go win election, let there allow free, fair, credible election. Let there not be violence. Let there not be buying of votes. Let there not be rigging. Just allow it. Sit down and say, we let the people vote. Let us all sit down like this. Let us be seeing the screen, like I said, and the votes will be coming in. These people know they are not sure. They don't have anything. They've not been winning. What they do is to use violence. Or they use violence, they use this rigging so that people don't come. People will say, okay, there. Even at that, they still can't get an outright win, other than all of this, illegitimate manner in which they keep getting things in. It's either they are rigging it, or they are going to the courts. They have the judiciary that has turned itself into the plaything of politicians rather than the last resort of the common man. So that's just it. It's just an illusion. All of this, they are telling you that, oh, Tinubu has packed, he has how many governors. If he had the people, he will not be going after governors, shopping after. Governors are just collecting money. Everybody is going there to go and collect his own. You've heard the report. Everybody is just going there to say, okay, what is it that is here for me? Let me just grab my own. That is all that is happening. Nothing more, nothing less. There is nothing there, and they know it. So all of this talk and whatever, it's just talk. It's not anything. It is not. This is I can't even believe that anybody can be worse than Buhari. That really anybody can be worse than Buhari. But of course, one thing that people will be sure of, as you call, because right now we are getting into election period, as all of these are coming up, you'll be sure that they will do everything to do cosmetic solutions. So now what they will do, food, especially with food, they will make food extremely cheap. Farmers, of course, are going to be, their source of livelihood is going to be destroyed. Right now, you're finding out that the cost of farming is way more expensive than what is being sold, because now what they're doing, they're just pumping in and bringing in things, open the borders, just bringing everything, pump them in. And what that means, because people just like, hey, now, is the food not cheap? What then that means is that farmers are going to go off farming. How many of you remember when Gary became extremely expensive? I can't remember was it Jonathan, was it Obasanjo's time or Buhari's? I can't remember. What had happened was that cassava, the previous years before, cassava became very cheap. You know what? There was a time that Obasanjo was doing this cassava. He wanted to use cassava flour, let them be using it in bread. I think they were going to do a policy. I don't even know whether they made a law on it. And then so a lot of people went into cassava with the minds that, oh, cassava is going to be this, that. Guess what? As usual, the Nigerian government didn't see it through. So there was too much cassava in the market and stuff like that. It became so cheap and whatever. So many people didn't farm. By the time it started hitting, people heard well. In many countries, food security is a major deal. In many countries, what they do is that they will, if for example now farmers maybe they are selling at a loss and government will buy it so that they don't feel that's where you have the subsidy coming. The government will buy it so that they don't feel it. But in our case, not they will even deliberately because of this election. But after voting, everybody go hear well. There was actually a letter I wrote to fellow citizens. Today being first, that was yesterday being 1st of February. Let me just read a bit of that letter out. I have it. Even I have it. If you check my post, you will see it. It says, "My fellow citizens, hunger has become a weapon." Let me turn this thing. I want to turn it. I'll be able to read it very well. My fellow citizen, hunger has become a weapon that has been fully deployed in Nigeria. It is now the most effective tool used to control citizens. Nigeria is now full of people that are too hungry to think. It therefore means that those who are not hungry have to think not only for themselves, but on behalf of those who are too hungry to think. Hunger has made hunger. No, let me get this right. Where is it now? Hunger that has been deliberately inflicted, which has made many to lose their capacity to think. There is also the poverty that has been weaponized. It has become a cancer that has eaten up the very soul of our society. My fellow citizens, if we want to build this country, there must be a committed few who put everything together and do it, not just on their behalf, but on behalf of others. The current sort of rulers have perfected the art of impoverishing the people, and just before election give instant few reliefs that last no longer than when the next election result is announced. For those who are fortunate enough to not be in the category of those who are hungry, what then must be done is to come together and be the soul and the conscience of the nation and fight for the nation, stand for the nation, and be there for the nation. Are you willing to be one of the few committed? We must be deliberate in the way that we stand for Nigeria. Nigeria has everything to be great. We have to unlock it to get past the hunger and get to the core, to unlock the spirit that has been starved, that is dying. We have to water it and wake it up. The spirit of Nigeria, the can-do spirit. Thank you for watching.